I swore I wasn't going to talk about COVID again, but for reasons outside of my control, it appears to now becoming a topic of concern for many massage therapists out there. We all know the havoc that COVID caused on the massage industry, and hopefully learn from it, especially those that made it through it all. Now we're in the middle of a big resurgence and have time to prepare accordingly, armed with the knowledge we learned the past 9 months. In this episode, I share 3 strategies that you must put into place as soon as possible to help you get through the next few months and be in a good position when all the craziness does settle down. I hope you enjoy the show. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soft Tissue Revolution podcast. Dr. Maggio here. Let's get right into it. Hope you enjoyed the last episode about how the truth will set you free. Hope you've been practicing being truthful with your clients, with yourself, and just in life. That's a really important tactic and strategy you can learn, and you'll be amazed at how much better your business and your life will be when you just start telling the truth all the time and being radically transparent. So, as I said in the intro, COVID, I hate talking about COVID. I said a couple months back I wasn't going to talk about COVID anymore, but here I am talking about COVID. So maybe I wasn't being truthful with myself, but it's just a topic that I keep hoping will go away, but it's not, and it's going to affect not only our lives, but our businesses and our future, and getting people access to quality, hands-on soft tissue treatment, which I believe with my heart and everything I got is the only thing that's going to truly help slow down and solve this pain pill epidemic by getting people good quality care. And if shit like COVID is fucking it up, sorry for swearing, not sorry for swearing, it's going to keep us from doing what we really need to do. But this is what we're living in, and this is where we are. So I made some notes today, some of my disclaimers on COVID. Some of you might not like to hear this. Some of you might need to hear this. Some of you just were probably like, yeah, you're right, or you're so wrong. Yes, COVID is a problem, but not one that we want to talk about or address, especially in America. Let's be honest here. We're fat, we're unhealthy, we're lazy, we're short-sighted, we're a lot of things in America. We are basically victims of our own success, and our own way is causing a big problem. I had a good analogy a couple weeks ago. Think of America as like a fighter that's training for a fight, and they're not ready. They didn't train, they didn't run, they didn't do anything. Now they're thrown in the ring and they're getting their ass kicked. And we're getting our ass kicked because we're unhealthy. We are fat, out of shape, short-sighted, and live off pharmaceuticals. And anyone that wants to argue that that's not the case, you're living in fucking fantasy world. The other problem that we run into is with the mask and the vaccine. The problem with those is it doesn't require people to actually do anything. They think that they're going to put this mask on or get this vaccine and they're going to be magically protected from the virus. Nobody's talking about how to boost your immune system, how to exercise better, move better, feel better, eat better. None of that stuff. They're just like, yeah, I'm going to put a mask on and get a vaccine and I'll be good to go. Well, that's not the case. And those people are the ones that are getting beat up by COVID and even worse, losing their lives, which sucks. Next line I have, hell yeah, it's been politicized. It's been politicized across the board. Now, I don't really share my political views too often, but I am registered as a libertarian. I believe that I don't really care what you do in your personal life, but I also want the government to stay out of everything that I do, and I tend to be a little more fiscally conservative. And I believe that both sides are screwing us over just in different ways, and everybody has their own agenda. But this shit has been politicized to a T. Now, there's lots of other problems that have come from it. The economy, people dying, suicide rates, depression, anxiety, people hungry, people starving. And it's awful for people that died from COVID. I get that. But there's also some shit going on too, where you look at the death numbers in 2018, there are actually more death numbers in 2018 versus 2020. I'm not going to get into conspiracy theory type of things, but if we had this lethal pandemic, why aren't those numbers higher? And everybody thinks we need to, not everybody, different cities and people that I talk to. I connect with people in all different areas of the country, and I'm amazed at the places that are deciding to want to lock down again. Even the World Health Organization said that doesn't work. So that's my 2 cents on COVID. So let's get into how to control it, how to deal with it, and how to get in a better place for the future. So I do a lot of training in Stoicism, ancient Stoicism. I even have things tattooed on my entire left arm about Stoicism. I think Stoicism is the most amazing practice that we can do. And the basis of Stoicism is you don't control what happens to you. You control how you respond. That's it. And let's talk about COVID. None of COVID is your fault. You didn't know this shit was going to happen. I didn't know this shit was going to happen. I didn't know things were going to get shut down. I didn't know that this weird disease was going to come and totally cripple people across the country, across the world, and happen in the middle of the most turmoil election cycle we've ever seen in the entire world. And none of this is your fault. But what is your fault is if you don't change. I've been saying this forever. You have to adapt. You have to change. I said this before COVID. You have to become that solutions provider instead of that service provider. And now is even more important. And just a little disclaimer. I made this podcast before, but nobody would care or blame you. Well, they would care. But nobody would blame you right now if you decided to quit. They'd be like, yeah, you did hard, but COVID came up. Just couldn't control it. And if you're on the fence, you're not really passionate about helping people, your business wasn't good before COVID, just quit. I even made a podcast about that. Go back and listen to it if you're on the fence and just get out, because it's going to get hard. It's going to get harder and harder and harder. But the people that stick it out, they're going to be in a good place. So there's 3 strategies that I wanted to share today. And I've talked about these before, but I have to continue to share them because people aren't listening as well as they should. Here's how to change and how to survive COVID and be in a better place. And we're doing this in all the clinics that I work with and that I help coach and train. And they're doing really well, even in COVID. Crazy, huh? Because they actually listened. Number 1, you have to pick a new avatar. People are like, what the fuck is an avatar? An avatar is your ideal customer who you want to serve. Unfortunately, in the massage world and a lot of other treatment modalities, we want to be able to treat everybody. But the thing is, you have to really narrow down and niche what kind of client you want to work with, your ideal client. And I'm telling you, working with a younger, more affluent population, people that are active, that are more white collar workers, people that work on a computer, that are able to work from home and things like that, are younger, have money to spend on things. Like at the end of the day, you need people to spend money on things. And it's hard when you're trying to just go after blue collar workers. I appreciate blue collar workers all the time, but they're getting beat up. They're not getting able to afford the treatment from where we are. And really dial in on your avatar. Like only decide what you want to do. In our clinics, we actually only market towards women in a certain age too, and a certain demographic. And you know what? That's been really good in our focus and our overall marketing strategy because we've really narrowed down who we want to work with. Number 2, niche down. Decide what you want to do. Quit being this whole body bullshit. I talk about this all the time. You can't be head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Pick something. Specialize in it and be that person and get so damn good that they can't ignore you. Be the shoulder guy or girl in your area. Be the neck guy or girl. Be the low back. Be the hip. Be the knee. Be one of those and get so good at it that you can market and you can show people that you're a true expert. Because at the end of the day, people want to go to a specialist. They don't want to go to general things. They want their problem solved. They want to get out of pain. And you have to be that problem solver, that solution provider. Number 3, you got to find a way to do shit differently. That's the truth. You can't do traditional massage how you used to. Well, you can, but you're going to miss out and you're going to lose. You can't do these hour and a half long sessions. You get some people that want to do that, but is it really doing anything? Are you truly fixing that person? No, you're not. And you'll be like, well, I'm good at what I do. I'm the best. You're an asshole, Dr. Maggio. Well, yeah, I guess I am an asshole, but I'm speaking truth and I'm speaking reality. You have to work on solving problems quickly. safely and effectively. Now, here's the best part. Once you do that, you got to market it. You got to show people what you're doing. And you're going to sit there and say, well, I don't really know how to market. I don't understand Facebook. I don't understand Instagram. I'm worried that my videos don't look good. The quality isn't good, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. Get your information out there. Show people how you're doing things differently, more effectively, quicker. And they're going to flock to you because people still have pain. They still have issues that they're dealing with. And especially people that have been dealing with problems for a long time, that have gone through a lot of bullshit. They've seen chiropractors, physical therapists, every massage therapist they can think of. And if you can explain to them fully and truly how you can solve their problem and show them how you're going to do it, oh my God. People are craving for this shit. This is a whole new opportunity, a new frontier of what massage can be. But if you stay stuck in the old ways, you're going to miss out. You're going to be fucking Blockbuster when Netflix is coming around the corner is going to eat your fucking lunch. Yeah, that's right. You have to adapt. You have to change. If you don't, you are not going to make it. And you can sit there and pretend that you are, and you can go to all your other seminars that you've gone before and default back to all these things. But at the end of the day, you have to answer the question, do I know exactly what's wrong with my client? Do I have a way to actually effectively find and fix that problem? And do I know how to communicate it and educate them properly so they know they make a good decision? And even better, getting those clients to pay for all those treatments up front. I teach all this stuff in my frameworks of the peak method. Now's the time to change. The holidays are here. It's going to be slower. Other people are not going to change. They're going to keep going on to the old ways. They're going to be Blockbuster when Netflix is what's really coming to the surface. Invest in getting better, in doing it better than everyone else. I keep saying this, but get so good that they can't ignore you. And lastly, don't be a victim. I hate that victim shit. Like, oh, woe is me, whatever. The world doesn't care. Business doesn't care. People still want solutions for their problem, even more than they ever have in the past. That's the thing. People are going away. I'm seeing this every day in LinkedIn where people that were massage therapists are now property managers, or they're working this, or they're doing that. People are going away, but there's still an opportunity for you to grab that market share and grab it the best way and start fixing people to the best of your ability. And this is a plea, not a plea. It's just, yeah, it is a plea. Reach out to us, ask for help, learn our system, adapt, change, learn a new way to do it. And you're going to be in a much better position. You're going to be able to crush it during COVID and after COVID, because the big problem that's coming down the road is the economy. It's going to get way worse. Money is going to be 10 times tighter than it is now. But if you do the work now, stack away all your acorns for the winter, you're going to be feasting when all this is done. When other people just sat around and didn't do shit and played the victim role and thought that they can continue to do things they used to do. That isn't working. Traditional massage is not going to last. You have to fix people's problems. You have to become that solutions provider. So went a little longer than normal, but it's an important topic. Join the Facebook group, reach out for help, ask for help, realize you need to change, and adapt so you can be in a much better place. That's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Thanks so much for listening to the show. If you're a massage therapist and you want to learn more about our new methods that allow you to easily double your income without working any harder or getting burnout, we have some free resources for you. 1, join our Facebook group, The Soft Tissue Revolution. 2, subscribe to our YouTube channel. 3, request our free training series. 4, leave us a 5-star review and share this podcast with anyone else you know it can help. Links to all our channels and free training are in the show notes.